Okay, we're recording. All right, welcome to our team Zoom. Let's do a little recognition. So congrats to Kat having 500 PV last week, and Marina and Jean with 300. And congrats to Kat and Carrie for already being at Success Club 5. And there are a lot of people almost there. So you guys, who wants that backpack? Because I do. So invite like crazy, follow up, make sure you're giving your people a deadline so they have a reason to commit. If you're just inviting for something that's sometime in the future, they're just gonna be like, okay, well, she's always running these groups. Give them a deadline, give them a reason to commit. Congrats to our top team builders. Sarah and Dina added coaches to the team. Welcome Amanda and Melissa. And announcements. So I decided we're gonna do the sneak peek right after Punta Cana. Just kind of made more sense than trying to squeeze it in. Huh? And I posted a keto meal plan that's 21-day fix approved. I don't know if you guys saw it. So if any of you have been like at a plateau or struggling with hormonal issues or anything like that, I highly recommend checking it out. And get girl code, because in May we're going to go through girl code together. And I'm going to shut up and mute myself. Ingrid, girl, is all you.
I don't have much to say. It's a little bit. Can I share a screen?
What?
Can I share a screen?
Of course you can.
Okay. All right. Then you got to stop yours. Like I said, I got to pick up my little one. So at some point, I'll give it back to Rachel. All right, share mine. So Rachel asks me to just kind of share my story and why I am still a Beachbody coach. I started about 3 years ago, January 29th. There's like certain dates that are special to someone's mind, and my Beachbody becoming a coach was kind of special. I only had 4 kids back then. I had lost my dad. I was, a bit overweight, at that point I was. And I was sad. I was depressed. I didn't want to get out of my bed to even put my older kids to go to school. I just wanted to stay in bed. And my dad had passed away in November, 3 years ago. And so I had already started following Rachel, like maybe in September. And like there was this chick that was just working out with her baby and she was losing weight and all this stuff. So I'm like, wow, like that life, I would kind of like to do that. Because I had been a leader inside, like as a hairdresser, I had been a manager, and at church I had been a secretary. So I'd always found myself putting effort into other people's organizations and jobs, but I have never really put that much effort on myself. Like I was the manager at the hair salon painting the walls really late at night when everyone left, or the one that was logging the kids to the church, and always sacrificing my time, my kids, but I wasn't really working for my own vision or my own purpose of what I wanted to do later on in life. So when I saw Rachel, it was like it's something just rang. That's the lifestyle that I wanted. I wanted to, be working for myself, and I wanted to be working from home because I do have bazillion kids. So that just in itself was like, well, I think I can do this. So I pretty much cut ties to everything. I left my job as a secretary, and I just, started following Rachel, and then my dad passed away, and then it's January, and I'm really, really overweight. But when January came, I told my husband, I said, it's not like we didn't have money. We did have money. We were just not managing our money the right way. And I told my husband, I don't know where or how, but I'm joining this girl's team. I don't know what she's talking about. I think it has to do something with Beachbody, and I've kind of already been working out to Beachbody, but I've always just collected Beachbody programs. My mom would come into my house and say, with all these programs, you should be like a model. But I wasn't, because I was like missing the main thing, that was support, that was being around other people, and I didn't know it existed. So I had Turbo Fire and P90X, and I had all these other things, and but not the support. And I would always see at the end of the videos where they would say, join or ask your coach, but I really didn't understand what that was. So 3 years ago, Rachel comes along. I joined her team somehow. I made a client and I charged her $35 to get a haircut, and it was like an extra $5 for the tip. I was like, yes, I have enough money to sign up. And I just signed up. I really didn't need the programs, but because I had them, so I just signed up. And that's pretty much how my coaching story started. And at the beginning, I did pretty good. I was in a Success Club often, but I went through my warm market pretty fast. Okay, so I'm gonna share my screen a little bit because one, I'll stay on track, and two, you guys could see a little bit. So what am I doing, Rachel? Desktop? Yes. Share. Okay. So this is me right here. So these are my kids. So like I said, I'm 34 years old. I'm a hairdresser. And by nature, like I always talk about God, beauty, fitness, food, marketing, leadership, anything that has to do, like that's right up my alley. I'm married to my husband, Carlos. We've been married 8 years. I have my 5 kids right there. And we also have a puppy named Caesar. He's been with us for a while. So after a few, like I said, the first year as a coach, I did pretty good. But I never really focused on building a team. So my struggles were pretty much like losing weight, staying consistent. I had no support because my husband didn't support me. My mom didn't support me. I remember like our first team Zoom meeting. He was like, who are all these people that you're talking to? And I'm like, just go to sleep. Let me just get on the Zoom and just stop. And he's like, what is Zoom? And who are all these people? And then he's a little jealous. So he was thinking like, are there going to be other guys in there? And they weren't. So I didn't have support. Like that first night, and Rachel, I don't even think you know this. He like smashed my computer. He like punched the computer. And now I could talk about this openly because like we've worked a lot of things out. Wait, my son's there. Stay there.
I hear many kids.
Back. So he punched my computer and I didn't know how to react to it. So this huge fight, but I didn't care. I kept on going. And so it was a combination of him not understanding and a combination of me not being able to explain things to him, because sometimes as a man, they are going to work, they're providing for you. And sometimes they could feel threatened by that. And they almost feel like what they're doing, it's not enough. So, 3 years later, we could honestly just be on the same page. And we've worked out a lot of our kinks. And now I can't say like my husband never supported me. He kind of didn't at first. He just didn't understand. But that was kind of like that little fire or like that fuel that was feeding my fire. Because if he would have made it easy, I probably would have not tried as hard. And I did. So I now thank him, and I'm like, you know what? Thank you for being such a pain. Because if it wasn't for that, I probably would have had pushed so hard with this business. So setting systems, so not having the support, 7 systems in place. I didn't have the systems. I know that I want to do a lot of things in Spanish. So creating those systems for people to kind of come in and really not really understanding how network marketing works. Especially if we hear Carl, he says that we're not a network marketing company, that we're a network marketing of helping people. But at the end of the day, we kind of are network marketing. And I really didn't understand that at first, that there was a process that people kind of had to go through. I had to connect with people. I had to invite people. I had to talk to people. I had a certain personality that I'm just kind of fun. Like Rachel pretty much signed me up and I disappeared because that's just how I am. I'm a sapphire. Like, don't try to put me into a box because I can't. And Rachel never did that, but it was just like Rachel was that person that I follow. So even in my Facebook account now, I don't follow any coaches. I follow Rachel, but she's the one that inspired me. So she's like the thing I'd have see first, because it was your story that like touched me. It was your story that made me want to change. So I don't need anybody else's story but yours. So, but I had to even accept that my personality and how I worked, that I was all about fun, and I wasn't fun anymore. I was boring. My husband and I, we went to the Danny Johnson retreat, and I remember sending Rachel a message, and I was like, Rachel, should I go? She's like, dude, you just need to go. And we didn't even have the money. We had been without water for 4 months. I don't know if Rachel knew that. 4 months without water. And we needed like $20,000 to connect to the city water. And I remember we had like $16.21 in our account. And after like I made the math, the tickets to get in, the night at the hotel to get there, I had to call my husband and convince them. I said, look, no one's going to watch 4 kids. I mean, no one's going to watch 5. Maybe we could get my mom to watch 4 because I was already pregnant. And we went to Danny Johnson, and that was like the best decision we made because he understood that I was in a certain way for a reason. I understood his personality, and we were able to kind of like work together. We paid so much debt off last year, like $17,000 last year. So I have focused, a lot of times I focus on the fact that I haven't ranked advanced. If anything, I'm like back at 0. I have absolutely nobody under me. Most of the coaches that I signed up pretty much left. But if it wasn't for Beachbody, I wouldn't have the relationship that I have with my husband now, the relationship that I have with my kids. And it was bad. Like 3 years ago, it was bad. Like I've seen people leave their spouses with half of the crap that we went through. So like we made it work. So I'm not where I would like to be rank wise, but I understand that the person that I was 3 years ago probably didn't deserve to be where I was, because my mindset was like so negative. I would blame my husband on so many things. I would blame my mom. I would blame the fact that my father passed away and that he was never there. I would blame so many circumstances, my old boss. I would blame the pastor, so many people. And I had to start taking responsibility that the way my life is and the way my life was, it was because I was making decisions that were getting me there. So my mindset had to change a lot. Like I came into this and I was like, I'm going to do this and I'm going to do that and and really fast, like I hit a wall because I wasn't at that level of where that kind of leader that I wanted to be. So I hope this makes some sense. Okay. So I started focusing a little bit on my strengths, and my strengths were that I'm not a quitter. Like I remember playing basketball when I was in 9th grade, and I tried out for the 9th grade team, and I didn't make it because I never played basketball. I wanted to play basketball. And I didn't make the 9th grade team, but the junior varsity team needed players, so they brought us over to them. So I didn't quit. I kept on playing, and by the end of that season, I was already starting. So we played 4 years, and we won like 1 or 2 games. So anybody will quit after that, but I didn't quit. I just continued playing. I continued to work on myself. I continued to practice even harder. So I don't quit. Another thing is like I'm very patient. I realized that this business, it takes time. It takes time to learn things. A lot of things that I've learned, and now it's like I hear it all the time. It's almost repetitive. But when you join a network marketing business, it's going to pay you depending on how you were before. If you were a person who went to the parties, if you were a person who connected with people, if you had a lot of friends, if you just had a large network marketing was going to pay you well. But like me, I was like stuck in my little world with my family, with my kids. We wouldn't go to birthday parties. I wouldn't connect with people. I wouldn't say hello to anybody. So my network was very little. And that's something that I've kind of changed in the last year and a half. Like now I send birthday wishes to people. Again, like not having an agenda. So I'm a learner. I love learning. And again, I learned from Rachel. To me, Rachel just kind of sets the path that I have to follow. If Rachel was doing a course, I made a way to get whatever course that Rachel was doing. If Rachel was go into a training that I try to go. Like, I'm very coachable, even though I'm like, I left, but I'm like always looking at what Rachel is doing and how she's doing things. So I'm in a way very coachable. Whatever the coach tells me to do, I kind of go and do it. Another thing is that I'm willing to invest in me, and that also includes investing in Beachbody programs, investing in the supplements that I'm taking, I was using Mary Kay for the longest time, and then I'm like, but we have Derm. Like, how come I've never used Derm? So I started using Derm, and now I'm like recommending Derm to everybody. So I started really being a product of the product, and I think where my mind shift, I guess, where I had that mindset shift was last October, because I was kind of ready to quit because I started seeing so many coaches in our team leaving to do other things. Like, they were doing LuLaRoe and they were leaving to do all these other things. And I'm like, what's wrong? Like, how come? And I told my husband, I said, I'm leaving, I'm quitting. I'm not getting results. I'm working out. And let's say you work out every single day and you're losing weight, you're getting skinnier, but I was working out every day, eating somewhat healthy, and I was still not losing weight. And I told my husband, that's it, this Beachbody thing, it's not working, I'm out. And he said, no, you're not out. And he called me out. He's like, you're not out, you're staying in. You told me 5 years and you haven't accomplished 5 years. You need to stay there. And I was like, shh. And that's when I did the ultimate reset. And when I did the ultimate reset, that's where I had a huge transformation where I lost 16 pounds in 9 days. And that's where my belief in the company kind of came back. So I was willing to invest in myself, and investing in myself now, where a challenge pack of $140 was so hard for me to share with someone. Now it's $275. I upped my game a little bit, and now $275, it's easy because I tried the program. And honestly, when we get really desperate to lose weight and be healthy, if you tell me to eat cat poop, I'll eat it. I don't care. What do I have to eat to lose weight? Whatever, I'll do it. So if somebody said, if somebody had said, spend $500 and you're going to lose 30 pounds in 30 days, I would have done it. Really, that's how desperate we get. So spending $275 on a program that has everything that you need, and all I had to do was follow the nutrition, because I realized that food, I have an issue with food. I need to conquer this issue with food, because no matter how much I work out, I need to figure out my eating habits. So the reset helped me out a lot. So, but that, again, I had to invest in myself, and investing in the products and everything else, that's part of it. Another one of my strengths is that I really care about people. That was something that my husband didn't get. He doesn't care, because my husband it's a Ruby. He's a Ruby. He's all about him. It's all about the challenge. He's all about doing things quickly and fast. And so I kind of understood him. I'm all about together, and let's have a party, and let's have fun. And then so our personalities were very different, but I care about people. I care about having a community. I care about giving advice to people. And money is not my focus. I know money will follow if you care about people, and if you stay committed to sharing your story on social media. That's what it is. So now I kind of have a new chance. I have reinvented myself, where maybe when I started, I didn't know many things. But now I kind of know enough that it's, I know enough that I could share my story now with people, and then they're now seeing my transformation. It's so true. Sometimes we wait so long to share our story, because we want to be perfect, but that's not inspiring. I think it's more inspiring to see somebody and just being patient. And when you see somebody 60 days later, then 90 days later, and 120 days later, people resonate with that, and they go, well, if she did it, I can do it. So that's what I've been trying to do. So the next thing is that why I stay coaching. Rachel's like, why are you still coaching? Well, this is it. I'm going to put myself out there completely. I haven't reached my goals, period. And I cut this out, and I don't know, I put 2018. Rachel's always think big. But this could be 2019. This could be 2020, 2021, 2022. I know I'm not quitting until I reach this, to where one day I could be top 10 and have the largest Latin American organization out there. And if I accomplish half of that, that's great, but that's not where my mind is. It's it has to happen. It will happen. And I believe I can make it. Why not? Right? Yeah. So pretty much that's why I'm still coaching. I haven't reached my goals. I haven't reached my goals of helping 40 people a year at least, and having 40 transformations. Like, those are things that I still want to focus on. I want to help people get and be financially free, have them feel healthy, and have them have the energy to go out with the kids. Another thing that I share with moms a lot now, it's that as moms, we're investing 18 years in our kids. But what happens when our kids leave? Like, what happens to us? Do we have to start from scratch? So even if this company takes me 18 years to figure out, which I know will not, like, that's like a big thing that now I could put my kids to college, to whatever college they want to go in. And I have 5, so that's a lot of money. Or if they are away at playing a sport in any city, that mom and dad could just be there anytime. So if it takes 18 years, then it's pretty much well worth it, because it's something that's for me, it's for my family, it's for my kids. And I know that, the rank and the money and the recognition and everything else will come if I just continue to do the simple things, which are just to share your story, invite, and continue to grow. So the other thing was, so tips for moving forward, just a few things that I have learned in the last couple of weeks. It's you have to have a vision. Like, what's your vision? Your vision is the thing that makes you get up in the morning, or that thing that at night you just can't put your brain to sleep because you're like, oh my God, like this thing and this thing, like that's what I want to do, that's what I want to achieve. This is like, that vision of who you want to be is the one thing that is going to make you wake up in the morning and say, my life has purpose, I have a plan, I have these goals, because these goals are going to help me reach that. So with Beachbody, their vision, their mission is to just help as many people as they can to get healthy. So we kind of have to bring our own vision into that. My vision is Latin America. It's Hispanic people who are from Mexico and Guatemala and Costa Rica and like all these other things. So that's kind of like my vision. Also, just a tip, get on Facebook Live, like train people Facebook Live. That's one of the things I've seen. I follow people for the last year, one couple in particularly. Like I said, I only follow a few people. Ray's one, Ray Hickton, Rachel, the Meltons, and Bob Haley. Like these people I follow. And the Meltons have pretty much built such a large organization because they get on every single day and they give people advice on how to do network marketing, how to do Facebook, how to do just anything that's related to their program. And the thing is that they've attracted leaders. They've brought leaders into their organization because people go, wow, that couple, they know what they're talking about, so I want to join them. I don't know if you guys remember, we did like 3 or 4 weeks ago, there was this quote that was asked, and in the quote it said, we were asking people, Rachel, I got it from you, and it was just like, hey, what 4 words come to mind when you talk about me? Or like when you think about me, you remember that? And like I looked at mine and I went back and there were certain words in there that were totally missing, that I'm like, okay, things I'm pretty, things that like whatever, I'm kind, things like there's certain things that I was whatever, but there were certain words in there that I really like in the next year. That's what I want people to see me as. Like I want people to see me as a leader. I want people to see me as a visionary or a big thinker. I want people to say like financial freedom. I want people to say you're, a healthy mom with your kids. So there were more that made me realize that there were things that I kind of have to go back to the drawing board and say, I need to start putting these things out there a little bit more. So that's the kind of people that I start attracting, one. And so I become that. So I just don't want to be a pretty face. I want to be more than that. Get on my video. 2 to 3 minutes. You don't have to do something long. Just 2 to 3 minutes teaching somebody what you learned from your personal development. That's it. Like people are so lazy. People don't want to read. So the fact that you come and just shared something from what you read, they're going to appreciate that. And that also creates people will start liking or commenting on your video or your post. And then you kind of go back and send them a message to say hello. Say, hey, how are you? How's your week? It's like the best script ever. Just go and say hello without an agenda. And people are going to start talking to you a little bit more. And they may ask you like, hey, I need help losing weight. And then that's where you help them. And another thing is create curiosity and not resistance. And I know this is a little bit different from what we're taught. And if whatever you're doing is working for you, then keep on doing that. But I kind of went back through my Facebook account and anything that had to do Beachbody related from like 3 years ago, nobody absolutely knows what I do. I have nothing that says 21 Day Fix. I have nothing that says Beachbody. It has nothing that says any of those things, because I want to create curiosity, and I want people to come to me and have to ask me, what are you doing? What program is that? Like, what are you eating healthy? Like, I don't want people to just see 21 Day Fix and they go out and get it by themselves. And it's happened to me before where I'll tell somebody what I'm doing, and then they go buy it off of somebody else, or they'll go to Google or Amazon. So I'm creating curiosity. Anybody that wants to be part, and these are just things that I've learned this week that I'm putting to practice moving forward. People who want to know about our things, they're either going into a free challenge group or into my free group where I connect with people. And then maybe in there, I'll create a little bit more curiosity and talk to them about like Beachbody and the things that I'm doing. But on my social medias, I'm not. Let me drink water. So, and another thing was just saying hello. Say hello to people more often without an agenda. And I think that's the hardest thing to do. I really is. And I think because I'm not making any money, and because I don't have any ranks, and because I'm like building things from scratch, like I have nothing to lose. So I don't come from like, I got to get this. Like, I've been doing this job for the last 3 years, and I probably made $3,000 to $4,000. But every single day, I still kind of get up. And no, I don't kind of get up. Every single day, I get up. I share my story. I do my workouts. So I'm pretty much really working for free. Like, if I can no longer say my husband doesn't support me, because now he's just like, whatever. Like, this is going to work for her at some point. It really will. So for me to still get up every single day and send out 10 to 15 messages to someone just saying hello and how are you, like, that says a lot. So, you know, I know that this will work. But even coaches, like, I've said hello to coaches. I don't see anybody saying hello to me on Facebook. Nobody. And then just to send out a message to someone and say, hey, how are you? How's your day? How's your week? Even people that I know are in different companies, it's just putting good energy out there, and we will eventually find the right people that are going to join us. So that's pretty much why I'm still a Beachbody coach, and I haven't left. So I don't want the what is it, I'll be nice. I was gonna say, like, some people go, I don't want to fit in the stretchy leggings. Like, I want to fit in my jeans, not my leggings. So that's why I kind of still stay here, because I have a vision of myself. Okay, I hope that was helpful, girls.
That was awesome. Thank you. There's a lot of your story that I didn't know.
Yeah.
Wow, dude. Well, I'm proud of you for who you are. I'm proud of you for being here still. I'm proud of you for all the training and mindset work that you've done and the investments you've made in yourself, and for paying off $17,000 debt.
Yes, that was good.
That's got to feel freaking amazing, right? That is so awesome.
And that's absolutely just because of Beachbody and because of you. Seriously. Like, you are Beachbody, girl.
Well, I'm so blessed that our paths have crossed and that you are here. You guys, anything is possible. So stick with it. Be consistent. Ingrid, you are a future top 10 coach. I see it. Cool. You guys have any questions about anything? What's up, Susan?
Can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, that was a wonderful story. That gives me encouragement just to keep pressing on, and even when times get tough, and just to keep moving forward. So no matter what, like, I'm just going to keep pressing on. So no matter how many years it takes. I was talking to my husband about it, just to keep going. So that gives me encouragement.
Yep. This is definitely not an overnight business. I know it took me 2 years of kind of like figuring it out before things really clicked. So for 2 years, I was like, what? I was like, I know I see people having success. What are they doing? I need to figure that out. So some of us, it happens quicker than others, but the most important thing is that you just stick with it and don't give up. The only way you can fail is if you give up. By the way, in the middle, when you were talking, TJ almost burned down the house. he turned on all the buttons on the oven. And I was like, what's that smell? And Alphonse walked in right when I started to smell it. And I was like, oh my God, he's never doing that again, I'll tell you.
Yeah, even for my workouts, like now, like if we look at most top coaches, they have graduated from a lot of Beachbody programs. So I'm like, I've done like 1 or 2 full. So like this year I was like, no, focus. Like I already did 2 rounds of 21 Day Fix Extreme. Today's my last day of hammer and chisel. And I have it like on Super Wowie in the back. Like I have it set, like what program I'm starting next. So like, there's no way that you can't succeed when you kind of even have a plan of what workouts you're going to do, and what trainings you're going to go to, and what people you're going to, you can't fail if you plan those things ahead. It's just that a lot of times we kind of wake up and we swing it. But if you invite 5 people a day, if you connect with 5 people a day, like the minimum, like just do the minimum. It will work. It's just not giving up and following up on those people.
Yes. Any other questions, thoughts, you guys? No? Okay. Next week, I'll have to look at times for the call because I'll be flying to Chicago Tuesday. Wednesday should be good, but times might be different. So I'll keep you guys updated. And yeah, so go invite. Make a difference, do a workout, drink a shake, do some mindset work. I posted some great videos for you guys to watch in A Bigger Purpose. They're really short, so make sure you watch them. But thank you again, Ingrid, for sharing your story. You're amazing. And thank you guys for getting on. Nice seeing you.
Bye, guys. Keep at it.
Bye.